Very much, Alex. I feel like every time we swap to our side of it, Yanko tries to say something just right at the end. It's a bit of a troll, isn't he?
Yeah, it just gets cut off. It's all right. You know, we don't really mind, do we, Anders?
Nah, it'll be fine. But look, this is going to be an elimination game. After this, there's nothing more. It's Face and SK, and it's all on the line. What a crazy way to get started here. I mean, I can't believe either one of these two teams isn't making the playoffs. It's already mad enough that Virtus Pro aren't doing it. But to have neither one of these two not going, I can't believe it.
I think it's more of a shock when it comes to SK. Yes, FaZe has been playing well recently. They've definitely been stepping up since Nico has joined. The team looks revitalized. They look happy together. Nico, like he's always got this like beatific like smile on his face whenever I see him now, where he just seems so pleased. But that being said, you definitely expect to see SK in the playoffs over FaZe, right? I have to side with SK in this. They've got the experience necessary to get them through this kind of situation right now.
Yeah, and if it was a best of 3, I'd be saying, yeah, definitely. But the fact is, it's best of 1, so it's like a coin toss. I mean, Yanko did say, well, even if Nico has one of his, 35 kill type games, they might still not win because it requires a team effort. But they've got so many good players on this FaZe team. I think in the best of 1 scenario, they are going to be absolutely lethal.
So what are you saying, Anders?
I think this is a coin toss almost. I think at this point, I mean, you
stop hedging, just commit.
No, but this is how it is. Like this is the problem, and you talk to the players. This is the problem. Best of 1, right? Is that you win 2 pistols, and you practically win the game. So I think when it's this close, there's no clear way to cut it. I mean,
for funsies, with nothing on the line,
no,
nobody's going to judge you.
Yeah,
Who do you think is going to win?
Definitely SK, but
right.
Like I said, if it was a best of 3, I'd be like, yeah, they've 100% got it.
I think you were a dentist in another life, Like, that was the slowest pulling of a tooth I've ever gone through.
Listen, I care about truth, Semler. That's all I can say, I worry about the reality of the situation.
Well, I think, when it comes down to best of 1, you're in game 5 here. You've had 4 other maps to prove yourselves on. So we've gone the distance here for both of these teams. It comes down to this final map, and we're going to get to see who is going to go on to the playoffs and who isn't. And I think SK really should be the favorite team in this sort of scenario, just because it feels it's unheard of. SK not getting out of groups? No.
I mean, VP not getting out of groups.
Yeah, but VP, you never know who you're going to get with VP.
I think the other issue is they're going to be playing on Train, right? Which they just did against Astralis. That means FaZe could have sat down and said, okay, what didn't? And
it's true.
They've had sort of the most immediate experience of watching them play. And honestly, their T side was miserable for SK. They didn't do anything.
No, it's true that we saw some of that vintage SK on the CT side where they really got that lockdown going. Cold started waking up towards the end of the first half. Definitely still kept going in the second half as well. It just wasn't enough to really make the difference up. But there's that flip side, right? There's always 2 sides to an argument. The other argument could be like, okay, SK, now they warmed up on the map. They just played 1. Now let's go into the second one. All right, what didn't work on T side? How can we change it? Yada yada, right? It can go that way as well. You can definitely be sure that Fallen was talking to the rest of them during that 30-minute pause.
Well, we are going to find out just about any second now. I'm sure they're just setting up the last couple of things before we get ready with it. And there we are. Pistol round is live. We've got the 1 Molotov, always an indication that it could be a B push. And in fact, they are going in that direction, of course, that Molotov for the afterplant scenario. Most of the time, it doesn't have to be, but most of the time it will be. The bomb is already down, and that's nice. Kiyoshima hitting a headshot on Taco. So with the bomb planted and the Molotov still in play, there's a smoke on Kiyoshima, so they can cancel it. It's a 3-on-3. Fallen moving in. He's out in the open with the Glock. He's going to get the kill, trying to transfer it on. Why is he still alive? Fallen finally going down. That took forever. And now 2-on-2. The smoke, it's been lost.
It's been lost on that kill. There we go. Rain has managed to recover it. That's so important because now it's instantly going to get thrown onto the site, and they're going to start that defuse. They have the kit on Rain as well. He is placed. He's looking for the bomb. He's eventually going to find it. But in the meantime, Colton's got to deal with his teammates. No, both kills come through. FaZe, somehow, they have the time to get the defuse, and they will secure the pistol round here on the CT side of Train. That was far too close for comfort, however.
Absolute madness, and it's a good job that he went off the defuse to help his teammate out then. Otherwise, who knows what would have happened. But what a crazy way to get started in a game, and what heads-up play to go and pick up the smoke and actually look for it. Imagine if they hadn't, that would have been disastrous.
Then the Molotov, you're right. I mean, you were right every step of the way, right? That Molotov would have just ruined them at that point. There was not enough time. Even if they hadn't picked up the kit, if they didn't have that kit, they wouldn't have got it done. Just the closest of margins to get things settled here to start off this map. 1-0 lead now for FaZe. 3 UMPs, 2 rifles, and, well, no force buy coming out from SK Gaming, which is interesting. Considering how close that round was, they aren't going to risk it all.
Right now, not that much going on for SK here. I mean, they've upgraded some pistols and a little bit of armor there on Phelps, but overall, FaZe should have an easy enough time taking care of this. Carrigan really getting run down. He actually gets 2 kills anyway. That's way too much. He should have been gone immediately.
Yeah, I agree. And, well, that's a bit unfortunate for Cold. Good communication there. Quick there from Alu to save his teammate. Kia was able to whip around in time to stop from getting flanked. Because Cold somehow wound up in connector. What is that?
Just all over the place.
All right. Well, 2-0 situation. Only losing Kerrigan, but you're not going to cry big salty tears about that because he got 2 kills with that UMP. He made a bonus $1,200 on top of the round win. And so he's doing all right. Goes right back to the UMP. Why not? So the money is stable here on FaZe's side, and Fallen somehow made enough money to have that AWP, but he's running it glass cannon, no Kevlar. This is a little bit scary here.
Wow, that's a lot of damage onto Alu. Playing out by the E-box. And no armor there. I'm glad that he didn't decide to go into main. That's such a likely position to be grenaded from. Instead, you can see he's playing it fairly safe up in the white holes, making sure that he can't get grenaded from any which angle. So that's what we like to see here. And SK, it was the T side that was difficult for them against the Starladder. So if they can pick up the 3rd round already, you know they're going to be feeling great. You know they're going to be back on track. And they've only taken a bit of damage on Fur, so not unlikely.
Now's the matter of pacing yourself. The only issue here is that they're out of utility on SK's side. So that's going to make things a little difficult considering the fact that FaZe still have 2 incendiaries and a good number of flashes to stumble them up as well when they do decide to make their play. SK Gaming still trying to figure out where exactly it is they want to go. But the bomb is making its way back down. It's like a duckling following the mum. Fallen leading the way. Cold right behind him.
Yeah, they're going to connect with Fur in main there.
And
There's
they're going to die.
Yeah, no head armor on Fallen. He was out of that fight before he even knew what hit him. And Phelps going to have to fall back. He's really low on health as well. Alu still hiding on top of the train, ready and waiting. Cold making a bit of noise down there, and Alu will pick up the kill, and Rain on the other side to take down Fur. So this whole round disintegrating for SK Gaming. Phelps and Taco left, and every time they peek, it's just the wrong direction. Just Phelps left. And Alu in main.
Alu is very aggressive, actually, considering the fact that he's only got the 16 health. Nico out on the hunt right now, and it looks like Phelps, he might not survive this. He gets a parting kill. Nico wasn't able to find him in time. Instead, it's Phelps coming out ahead, so he saves the smoke as well as the Galil and Kevlar, but he's only got $50 in the bank, so what? Just might as well buy a decoy. Just do it, Phelps.
No, don't. You have no idea how many times this happens to me in matchmaking where if I count back the amount of decoys I bought, it turns out to being the one grenade that I needed later on. You know, like I've done it 4 times. Like, oh, damn, I could have bought a flashbang and I needed that right now. Don't do it. Don't randomly buy the decoys. Stop it. Stop that.
Whoa. Alu getting lit again. Phelps is not having any of it. They do not want... They're just doing a very good job so far. Back-to-back rounds where SK Gaming have denied FaZe the aggressive positioning close to E-box, close to A main early on in the round. You got to appreciate that.
Yeah, that's definitely worth pointing out. Let's see if Cold can have any kind of traction over on the B side. Shoulder peek in. He did see Alu. So 1 bullet there would have definitely taken him out. Instead, it's Nico to die. Phelps, again, being very aggressive out in main. Something that they didn't do very much against Astralis. So I'm happy to see if they could change it around. They're going to try and make the boost. And you can look over that box. Actually, you can look over that box even with the smoke. But so far, they're just waiting to see if they can find the right angle. Carrigan winning the fight against Taco down there and reloading in the face of Phelps.
Good work there by Rain. Unfortunately for him, he has no idea that that boost is there. They're going to try and take the fight. And Fur going to get gunned down at a hail of bullets. FaZe runs out. Somehow Rain survives. Runs out of bullets and still gets the kill on Fallen. Acid in the wounds.
Oh, man. 30 seconds here. Cold sneaking in. Easy enough. And Alu is 1 bullet away from death, so still technically possible to win this round. He's certainly got 25 seconds. Going to be sneaking on in. Alu is still surviving, and he's going to make it back around the corner. I can't believe he's living through this round so far. Cold Sierra going to be walking up pretty close now. 10 seconds. Finally, Alu's down and out now, tapping away. Keo down in the back. 10 seconds. I don't think there's enough time for a bomb plant here. He's going to have to turn around really quick. 4 seconds is the time we're looking for. He's just maybe going to have it. You see Kiyoshima waiting, and the bomb goes down. coldzera perfectly calculated. Now he's in the back, ready and waiting with the deagle, looking for the flick, but it's not enough. Kiyoshima will take him down, and FaZe barely going to win that round. God, that was close.
That would have been one of the most insane clutches we have seen over the years of CSGO had he managed to pull that off. But sometimes you're going to have the players who manage to keep their cool in that sort of situation, and it is going to be Kiyoshima there to save the day. 4-0 now for FaZe, and a technical pause getting called here, so we have a tech issue that has come up. Hopefully it's not Taco's PC again. Don't really see the SK guys waving their arms around, so it must be over on FaZe.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be cleared up any moment now. Yeah, they're already back to the unpause, so 4-0. And SK Gaming with everything they could possibly need here. Now the real question is, are they gonna play the slow style and try and make Fallen get the picks in either A or B, or are they gonna finally try and pick up the pace a bit here?
They've taken a real hit to the economy here, FaZe. We're getting the replay, but we are live with this round. So the action about to hit. Alu heading over towards Allen to get that AWP in play. And it's a double AWP strategy coming in here from FaZe. On the CT side of Train, this is interesting. And it's not even like Kerrigan is taking it up to Brown Halls or anything of the sort. Both of them present on the A site.
Yeah, Kiyoshima instead, but he's just there to take the peak. Not interested in any kind of extended fight. And you can understand that. If he goes down, then no more B-bomb site. 4 in A still fairly late in the round, considering they have still 4 men in the A-bomb side. Normally, if you want to do this, you'd at least have someone close to C-connector, and I guess maybe Rain is the one rotating in, so now it makes a bit more sense.
Yeah, even Alu was thinking about it for a moment there. But with a minute left on this clock, SK Gaming are doing a fairly good job of keeping FaZe off balance. They back off just enough, and they still have 3 smokes. So contrary to the last time where we were getting towards the end of the round, SK still alive. They actually have the utility this time to make their lives easier when it comes to making that push happen. Phelps is going to get backed up by coldzera at Alley, and it is looking like it's going to be that split onto the A site in just a moment.
And Kerrigan is far forward with the AWP, but Alu going to win the first fight against Phelps. That was down at Ivy now. That buys a lot more space for the rest, but Kerrigan, a bit too jumpy, ends up going down. Peeking again against Fallen. 25 seconds on the clock here, SK. This is approaching slight madness. Alu going to be going down, turning his back to coldzera. They have almost no time left here. 19 seconds, but the bomb is making its way in. Nico not finding the spray. He's going to get the kill on Fallen, but now he's alone. And 13 seconds. They're not even going to need the bomb plan. They get the kill on Nico, and SK picking up their first round here on the T side.
How many? He saw that guy pushing for the main site twice.
Yeah.
Nico. And that makes me wonder what resolution he's playing in, because you would think that a player of Nico's caliber, unless he's just going for the long game, right? The long con, where he's just like, right, okay, somebody's up on the site. I'm actually going to hang back here in the back line, see how much damage I can do. I don't know, but SK Gaming, they're on the board. 1 round for them, 4 for FaZe Clan still, and FaZe going for the buy again. Just tapping out their economy here.
Yeah, a lot has been sunk into this round for the FaZe side. Again, the grenades, just not very many. At around 40 or so seconds last round, they had no more grenades for Ivy at all, and I mean, this time they kind of start out that way. Kerrigan still has a smoke, but that's a problem. That's going to make SK's plan of playing this slow and steady much easier.
Now it comes down to what are the nerves like here for FaZe? How long do they hold on to these grenades? These 2 smokes are getting to that minute mark, and the pressure to use them is just going to keep going up and up. But both teams refusing to make the first mistake here in this round. Nobody going for any aggression. Everybody just waiting, nice and calm.
Nico hoping. So far, no result. Close range here with the C-set 75, and it wouldn't be bad considering Phelps is alone down here. If he gets the kill, he can pick up the AK and actually be of use to his team. So we'll see how that's all going to play out. The bomb is making its way to the other side, though, and Kerrigan is going to flash himself in, and he's going to win the fight as well. Looked like they were both temporarily flashed there. Now the push to B is happening. They know they've been caught, SK. They've got to move quick, and Keo is there. He sprays down 1, still has 8 bullets left. He tries to get the next. Alu showing up with almost perfect timing to help him out. He's going to take down Fur, and that will be the round. A triple kill here for Alu, and especially that second kill was perfect timing, just saving his teammate for a minute.
What a rotation and what just calm under fire. Look at how clean that was. It wasn't like he was flicking either. You know, no panic flicks, no panic shots there from Alu. Looked like he was in deathmatch, just lining up the shots. And that, in particular, is going to be incredibly frustrating for SK Gaming. Because once again, it's a similar story to what they ran into versus Astralis. They would win a round and then they just weren't able to chain anything together. So once again, their economy gets reset. 3 pistols, 2 rifles, and this time a very aggressive play coming out here from SK Gaming towards that A site, just charging through.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to see a long time ago, but now it's finally happening. They're out in the yard. They've got the little bit of damage done to Karrigan, trying to see if they can push them back. Nico going to pick up a kill, and Alu next in line, taking down Phelps. Finally first there with a refrag, but they need more, and they've slowed down in the middle of all these trains, and that is not a good idea. You have to make up your mind to keep going, otherwise the backup is going to be there, and you can tell they are almost completely zoned out here. Cold coming in with a really great double kill, making it a 1-on-2. Needs the other 2, actually. The quad is what he's looking for, but with just 29 health, it seems almost impossible.
Now it's all about time. Oh, well, unfortunately for him, he steps out, and Keo had the angle covered.
So I actually think that the calculation SK made in that last round was, because the first kill that happened in the previous round was Karrigan taking out Phelps at Ivy with a CSAT 75. They could probably guess or sort of extrapolate from that, okay, they can't have a very good economy because there was one guy with the CSAT. So then they thought, okay, we got some kills over on B, and we got, let's just try and see if we can't pressure their economy. When it doesn't work, then suddenly it's a bit tricky. I mean, FaZe, 2 people on nearly 0. The rest have had all right buy, even if they lose the round. So they're putting it to the limit here, SK, not giving themselves many chances in the first half once again.
You're just thinking that SK might see the light at the end of the tunnel there, that they might be able to rush Alu down, and nope. Keo shows up. Don't even see the bullets. Perfect anti-eco coming through. Alu even getting a kill with the SMG, so he'll be happy about that. More than enough money to upgrade to his AWP if he wants it. And well, over on SK Gaming side, after the round of eco, it is going to be the rifles. There it is. So, okay, Alu will commit. He's just going to go for it. AWP, full buy. Would like to see some more kits if it's at all possible. Only 2 kits makes me definitely a little nervous considering the money that's still left over here on FaZe.
Yeah, they could have it if they want it, but not a priority at the moment. Pretty quick grenades coming out here towards the yard, but no one really reacting behind them. Could be another slow round. Fallen setting up here. The wall of smokes is coming up again. And out in the yard, Taco winning the first fight. That's big. Taking down Rain. Can they get the bomb plant in? They've got the wall perfect. There are no gaps there that can be shot through, although Alu is up on the high ground. Maybe could look over it if they're not quick enough. And again, Nico playing very close. And SK, they are in the yard, but they're so slow to push through, and I'm not quite sure why that is. Fallen has gone down in the meantime, and Phelps getting a kill on Karrigan. Definitely good news.
No, how that works out. Still a split second too late. Alu will still find the kill on Phelps, but it's a 1v3, and Keo looking for the flank from B. That's never actually going to happen. That was a very chaotic round, and somehow SK Gaming managed to make it out ahead. 1v3, Keo's been spotted, sprays down the first, still has 11 bullets in the mag as well. He could find the shot here on Fur. Not going to do it, though. Needed the headshot, and it wasn't meant to be. 2 kills for Fur in the round, and SK Gaming, after the round of eco, managed to battle back 7-2. And what do FaZe do, Anders? What?
Buy again. Why not?
Just buy, and keep buying.
Yeah, and this is frustrating for SK because they are winning some pretty crucial rounds, but there's just far enough between their wins that FaZe just managed to put their economy well enough that they can keep buying. If they win this one, SK, suddenly the first half is looking much better, and it could get really interesting. I'm still worried about the fact that they slow down in the middle of that push. I feel like they're giving FaZe a chance to rotate more players onto the site, but it worked out last round, so can't be too critical, really. Nico up there, and Rain also pushing in, so if the wall of smokes happened in a round like this, suddenly both Nico and Rain would be in front of the smokes, and it would be probably a different result. The fight would happen before those smokes even became relevant.
And this looks like a fake strategy that's coming through here. Because they're throwing some nades out onto B. The only problem is Karrigan manages to get the peek into Alley for free. Gonna eat a lot of nade damage. But still, there's an opening for SK Gaming. If they want to take it, they have committed the grenades. And Phelps, yep, Phelps, of course it's Phelps. Gonna be brave enough to push through the smoke. And so now SK Gaming actually have some room to work with over here towards the A site.
so far back that even if he gave them an opening right now, gotta wonder how much use they could take of it. I'm more interested in Nico's position. I think there was a time when this would very often catch people off guard. Now I feel like everybody checks. If they've been away from main here for a while, they are definitely going to check the corners. Even sometimes flash them. Nico walking right in and gets taken down by Taco. Kerrigan sneaking in with the perfect timing to drop Phelps, and now Alu gets taken out by Fallen. He had a pretty daring angle as well there. Rain, no chance at all. Double kill for Fallen and I mean, what can Keo do at this point in time?
Super Keo.
Super
Can
Keo.
get dead.
Not this time. Nothing super about that at all.
No, that was fairly average. That's.
But apart from that, he's been doing a good job. 9 kills, 11 on Alu. Those are the 2 top fraggers in the server at the moment. But this is big. This is a really, really good job on SK Gaming. They've been persistent with these buys. They've really tried to keep the pressure up on FaZe, and it's finally paying off.
Saw a lot of talking there from Nico in that round, though. When we were on him, observing him right with the player cameras, that seems to. I mean, he's not exactly leading the way as far as kills are concerned. And then going for that decision to try and push aggressively in that last round, I'm wondering if Nico's overthinking things or if he should try and let it flow a little bit more here. Let Kerrigan handle the calls.
Good couple of kills raining in from FaZe, getting cold and Fallen. But I also think that's probably as much as you can hope for in a round like this. Maybe if he can save the armor and the AK, especially if he doesn't take any damage to his own armor, then he can just rebuy with the helmet. But right now, Phelps going to be walking in. That's a smooth headshot from Kiyoshima, taking the kill. Is he nurturing any dreams of any kind of crazy comeback here? He's going to get the kill on Fur, and now it's a one-on-one. Taco just has to hide for a long time. He's got the AWP, and there's so much time already passed here that I'm not sure it's reasonable for Kiyoshima to even attempt this. But that's a really expensive round for SK.
Well played. Well played by Keo to keep his cool. 3 kills for him in an eco round like this, plus saving an AK. This got way too expensive for SK Gaming. I mean, giving up Phelps, fair enough, but losing the following player as well, that's where you're stepping over the bounds. You want to keep at least 3 players alive because you're still not... I mean, you still don't have the fantastic economy if you're on SK's side. It's little mistakes like that that could come back to haunt them, considering they are, sure, they've put 2 rounds in a row together here, but they haven't exactly been showing that they're consistently able to do that. So if you get reset now, you're not going to have anything left.
Yeah, things are definitely a bit sketchy. Maybe there is something to this Super Kiyoshima name. That was a good round for him.
Da-da-da. Picture the epic music.
Wearing a cape and all.
I mean, the FaZe jerseys are pretty colorful. They, in some comics, I'm sure they would look, kind of like superhero things going on.
I'm sure someone can manage the Photoshop if necessary. 12th round coming up. Scoreline 7-4, favoring FaZe Clan on the CT side, though, so can't get too excited just yet, although they have been playing a good game. Rain going to be going down to Taco early on now. Super Kiyoshima has to prove himself. He gets 1, and that is not enough now. The B-bomb side wide open for business here. It's SK Gaming's chance to really rack up the rounds, and look at how forward they're playing. They're actually going to box them off. Fur picking up another Molotov there, and grenades are raining in. He's doing so much right now.
Yeah, making use of all of the utility.
And look at the flank as well. Taco out in a yard, so even saving the guns could be a bit expensive for them. Oh, well, I say that, but they look the wrong way.
Yeah, at this one, I think there's going to be like that agreement basically between the 2 teams. Sit and wait. Do not go hunting. No reason to throw away more guns here for SK Gaming. Hey, but they are still going to commit. Fallen. All right. Did he rethink it? He might have rethunk it here.
Do not go silent into that good night.
He was looking like, I mean, he was definitely looking like he wanted to go down those stairs. But I was like, fall it. Nope. All right, good.
Leave it to Zedekis to quote Dylan Thomas on stream.
Of course, of course.
All right, 7-5 is the scoreline.
It's the Dark Knight, though. I don't think it's the Good Night, but
I think it's both.
Is it both?
It's been a long time. Look, I quit English for a reason, Samla. Leave that to
Listen,
university.
you were just more selective, Andrews. You didn't want to do the prescribed reading. You wanted to just sit there with your Christopher Hitchens.
Yeah.
And do your thing.
Yeah, I was basically reading the same stuff I was at home. Not a particularly good student. Phelps smoked off for a moment. I'm not sure about that. That's a pretty forward smoke. Happening that early in the round, is it really going to affect the game too much? Kerrigan will be falling all the way back after it, so he's at least keeping Phelps and Fallen preoccupied still, even you know, 10 seconds after he's gone. They're just not sure.
That's one thing that Fur's done pretty consistently. Checked for the Phelps spot with the wall bang. But we're back into what worked at the beginning of the half for both of these teams, in fact. Very passive positions on both bomb sites. FaZe refusing to make the first mistake here. It's going to turn into that standoff. And when it did turn into the standoff, it actually favored FaZe, at least at the beginning of the half. So we're going to have to see how SK Gaming decide to shake things up. 45 seconds left on this clock. And it looks like they're going to be paying Super Keo a visit. So does the man have his cape on? Because he's going to need it.
Oh, he's got his sidekick with him, that's for sure. Alu in the back line there, and he has a Molotov, and that's so big when you're defending his bomb site, because there are obviously only 2 entrances here. If you can Molotov off one, that's going to be good news. Keo flashed and falling back, but a good job early on taking down Phelps with a headshot, and now the Molotov cutting them up. Alu stepping in and taking down Taco, and then next in line it's Rain and Keo coming in with a big kill there. Fur all alone, no chance to escape through the smoke either. A complete shutdown of the SK team. A double kill for Keo and a double kill for Rain.
Great trust from Keo. He just basically, all he's doing is trying to close that angle so that the man on upper really has to commit to try and find him. Trusting in Alu, who's in the back line with the op, to find that pick. And sure enough, Alu was there. Everybody, every step of the way, doing their jobs cleanly there for FaZe. This is just unfortunate for Rain. But again, Keo just staying alive forever. He gets 2 kills in this round. And there it is. We finally get to see it from Rain's perspective. But it is going to be 8-5 now. FaZe in the lead. The full buy for them, but also a buy here from SK Gaming. And here's SK Gaming once again going for the aggression. Out onto A site, trying to make this chaotic.
Yeah, flashing their way through the smoke. Phelps has got every chance to win this round. He's going to pick up the one, goes for the second spray, and he's going to take down Rain. That's a very good job. Now he's opened it all up, and it should be theirs to take hold. Sierra dropping Kerrigan. And that's the power of the aggressive push. That's sort of what I've been looking for a long time. And they're one of the teams that started doing it a lot. That forward smoke between the trains and then flashing their way through. You see how much it catches FaZe off guard. Kiyoshima all alone in the 14th round.
Yeah, now that's you just go back to what works. And, well, there's no question that Keo is going to get hunted this time. They're looking for him all over the place. They do not want to let him hold on to this AK. He will eventually find the headshot. Just reminding them that the last time they tried to make this play, it got very expensive.
Yeah, they actually have to be careful. Even if the next is the 15th round, they can't just hunt and get all of their rifles taken away. Kiyoshima gets the last headshot on Fallen. My God, just leave Kiyoshima alone at this point.
That's unreal. 1-4, but I mean, going into the last round.
Yeah, they lost a lot of rifles they couldn't actually afford to lose there. SK Gaming, just that's going to be painful.
Well, they have the AWP save for Fallen. Fur with the Tech 9. Just spending every dime you've got. But I mean, again, FaZe, a reasonable buy on their side as well. I mean, granted, 3 UMPs, but if you get those UMPs in close quarters positions, you're going to do some damage. The most important thing is that you have the nades and you have a kit on Kerrigan.
Bit questionable here. Oh, Taco someone with a team kill on Fallen. I'm not exactly sure how that happened, but regardless, that means we're now in a 4-on-4. Keo ready and waiting by the ramp out in the yard, though. Cold. Is he going to try and risk it? He wants to wait for his teammates, and I can't really blame him for it. That's a strange way to get started. Fallen got a kill, obviously, on Alu, but then it's taken out by his teammate right afterwards.
Interesting to see Fur with the AWP. Double AWP, Fur and Taco. Let's go. Not catching him off guard. Phelps was ready for you, Kerrigan, but Kerrigan wisely backs off with the info. So they know somebody's holding outside. Now it's going to be Nico, but he gets spotted. That Shadow gives it away. Still gets the headshot on Cold, but will give up his life.
Oh, Kiyoshima through the freshly popped smoke, going to be taking down Taco and Rain. Instant headshot to the face. Phelps is just on point with this AK-47, and it leaves Super Kiyoshima alone. 1 versus 2. Again, it's just all game, it seems. He's the last one left. This time, they've got no chance. He's going to have to fight for it, obviously, and it's the 15th round with just 28 seconds here.
But they have to go and pick up the bomb.
Yeah, they don't. I don't think Keo knows that it's up there.
All right, I mean, 19, 18, making plenty of noise over here towards B. Keo now has to wonder, is this a mind game? Are they going to try and wrap through Pop Dog towards A? That's exactly what he's thinking, and unfortunately, he's not going to be in position. They're going to be able to make their way out onto the B site in time. 6 seconds left before the bomb gets planted.
Oh, wow. He could have taken out Cold with one bullet then, but he misses the opportunity. Things have gone from bad to worse for Kiyoshima. He's got no smokes or anything. He doesn't even have a kit picked up currently, so this would have to be SK making a grand mistake for this not to work out in their favor, and that would be one hell of a good first half, especially considering the one they had on the T side against Astralis here. He's going to tap the bomb once, and Cold going to cancel it out, so 7-8 in favor of FaZe Clan, but still, got to give it to SK Gaming. This is looking very likely that they're going to be able to win this.
This is looking much better for SK. From the match versus Astralis that we saw just an hour ago, where it ended 10-5 in the half, and that was SK 10 rounds on the CT side. And so SK, they know we got enough rounds here on the T side. We should be set to just lock this down.
We're going to be back after a quick break, guys. Stay with us. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's FaZe and SK Gaming. Second half coming up here, and it's on train so far. The scoreline is 8-7 favoring FaZe Clan, and it's been interesting. I would say SK playing a lot better on the T side than they did against Astralis.
Yes, and also I think this has to do with the fact that FaZe are still ironing out the kinks, and Nico was largely absent in the first half. Very little impact from the Bosnian player, the superstar, and we need to see that change. He's ended the first half with 5 kills going into the pistol round here on the T side. If anything here is going to happen for FaZe, they need Nico to wake up. They need him to start carrying, because you can't, I mean, he's too valuable to the team to be relying on Keo to do his job. It's not going to happen.
Well, also,
and most of Keo's kills were just
after
eco kills, you know, just
Yeah.
like him saving his gun and basically punishing SK for hunting for him. It's not even like he was having those high impact kills either.
Oh, yeah, right. A lot of it was just after the round was already lost, essentially. It was still pretty good, but it's not the sort of stuff that will make you win the rounds. This pistol, though, they are desperately going to need it. They have the smoke and a couple of flashbangs here. Not a big indication of what's coming up. That could mean really anything, but
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. Certainly that one smoke can still be very valuable because you want to close out the distance for the USP, so you can get close behind the smoke and get in with the Glock. All right, now rotating the bomb back towards main. Fallen gonna have early
I like these spots.
sights on anyone.
I like these spots from Fallen in particular because if they throw that smoke that goes down between the green and red train towards the bomb site, he can be in position with the help of Phelps to just pincer whoever's trying to come through there. So it's like an early warning system there, but it does look like it's going to be 3 through alley here for FaZe instead.
Smoke on land by Ivy. Are they going to try and wrap to CT spawn? That's pretty bold. 3 men coming in with the Glocks. Cold takes 1. A second headshot coming in. Cold Zero out of bullets. Knife is out. He's jumping all over the place. And eventually, Kiyoshima will put him out of his misery. But those 2 headshots, shocking and stunning. FaZe. Alu will take down first. So it's still a 3-on-3 until Kerrigan shows up and drops Fallen. Phelps trying to reload in the back line. He does get 1 kill. Can he get the last headshot? Now the knives are out there trying to stab him. Phelps versus Alu. And he's going to get the kill. Phelps with the double and the knife as well. And Kiyoshima says, I'm having none of this madness. I just want to get this bomb down and return this game to some kind of normalcy. He's at the Glock out, and he's going to be moving up close. Phelps is on the other side. He goes down first. Now next in line is Taco. He's close, and oh my god! Kiyoshima, 1 versus 2 to clutch it. What a hero. He's deserved that super nickname. An absolute hero at this point in time. 22 kills.
What a round. That had everything. That had the cold pistol kills. That had a knife duel. And then Kyo. Talk about high-impact kills. There we go. The 1v2 clutch in the end. But yeah, we get Cold just annihilating half of the push.
How do you come out alive in this scenario?
That's unreal.
They have you cornered in there.
It's also going to be soul-shattering for SK Gaming. I mean, you got to be thinking we have this on lock. Instead, they're getting run down on that B site. Phelps quickly up through Pop Dog does catch Alu unawares, and that's the AK as well, so Phelps with some firepower here.
And they have the scout on Fallen, but considering the bomb is already down, I would say save all of this. Just try and have a big impact in the next round. Cold is lingering a bit with the Deagle armor, but I would, yeah, walk away. It's gonna be worth it to have this in the upcoming round. They get 1 kill, just get out of there.
Phelps has been hitting shots as well, so definitely hold on to that Kevlar for yourself. Keep that AK in play for the next round. Don't risk it. Fallen likes to do this. Sometimes it's a bit annoying when he does. Because it's just like, come on, man. Why are you even showing yourself anywhere when the whole point is to save? You don't need to make things more expensive for FaZe. They've already won the round. They're getting the win money. Just hold on to that scout and hope you'll be able to get it in position in the next round to be effective. 10-7. Double digits now for FaZe on the T side of Train. And still.
I mean, this has made a real game out of it. I think if SK had won that pistol, then they would have been up to 10, and it would have been very hard to stop them, I think. Now, it becomes interesting if FaZe Clan can really build something here. Certainly, I mean, you're right in the sense that Shaniko only gets 5 kills in the first half. That is obviously nowhere near good enough. But if he comes back and have sort of a classic performance from him, then a lot can change in a very short time.
Oh, I mean, if Kyo is fired up, and I mean, okay, Alu not good at knife fights, but he's hitting shots too. There we go. There's the entry. But then again, anti-eco, so we're not going to read too much into it. This is still a situation where FaZe, they're in like normal Saiyan right now, thanks to Kyo. But they can always go super. Jeez.
Phelps and Cole left. Phelps up on the high ground with the AK in hand. They're going to be slowly creeping in the flashbang, slowing him down just a tad. But now they know where he is, and he's, yeah, if he doesn't get out, he's definitely going to be down because up on the high ground, Kerrigan going to be walking in. Phelps still being very dangerous. He's going to pick up the kill. They don't have a kit, so it's almost impossible to win the round, and they're not going to do any more damage either. Rain with a good quad kill will make it 11-7, favoring FaZe, but they're not out of the woods yet. There's still a lot to come, and the big question is, can they get past Fallen's AWP? Maybe Alu will be the man for it. He's got 13 kills. He's been having a decent game. Let's see. 19th round here. Just a 4-round gap. That's not that much for SK to bridge at this point.
No. Especially considering the quality of SK's CT side. They can definitely at any point get that lockdown going here, and so we'll see. They have decent nades. They have the 3 smokes still up, and those are going to be key when it comes to the push. And Phelps again in Pop Dog, and we're going to get to see now. Do FaZe know any pop flashes that can go in there? Do they want to commit some nades to get this guy out? Because Astralis definitely were slacking just a little bit on that point.
Yeah, they were relying a lot on being able to man-fight Phelps there, and it didn't really work out too good. In fact, he was doing a marvelous job just holding them back. This time the smoke goes up the other side, so towards CT spawn instead of towards the actual yard. And Cold Sierra trying to rotate in from that position, but the Molotov's going to keep him back. This is so well designed out of FaZe Clan. Keo will finally be going down, so maybe there still is a chance here, but the Molotov in the back. Cold Sierra down to Nico, and the Molotov. Why does it burn Phelps a minute later? I have no idea how that just happened. Somehow it caught him. Quad kill for Nico. The beast has been awoken, and now I don't even know. Now you've got to be really scared if you're on the SK side. This is not what you hope for.
You want to know what happened? Nico happened. 3 entry kills, massive ones, that just opened up that site for his team. The nade usage, very clever, you're right. But Nico just hitting headshots all over the place this round.
If he can get the ace walking into Taco like this, it's just too ridiculous. And yeah, he doesn't, but that is a quad kill. Yeah, but it's so smart. So they put the smoke in to Cold Sierra's position. That means he can either push through, which is very dangerous, or he can fall back to the sort of the next row of trains. Now, when he does that, he just walks into a Molotov, and by the time it clears, his whole team is dead. There's just nothing enough. That's very well designed.
The best thing there, I mean, okay, granted, I wish we could like draw here, but like is the fact that when he comes through here, when that smoke is blocking off Cold at back line, the players are pushing through alley. They catch Fur. It looks like it wasn't clearly communicated that there was an aggro push coming through alley, because it seems like immediately, boom, first thing they see is Fur, and that's a free kill to start things off for Nico. And so perhaps SK, just not enough information to act on, and the aggression comes back to haunt them. Yeah, look at that. Just spots him right. So clever from Nico. Right on the angle. Fur has no idea.
I would still like to know how Phelps died to the Molotov, because it seemed like...
I think he had like 8 HP, so like...
Yeah, but it was like a good while after it was thrown, as far as... So maybe he walked back into it or something? I don't know. 12-7, Nova shotgun picked up on Taco. I admire that. Man after my own heart. But Phelps has already gone down. It is a scout headshot for Fallen. And Taco is out on a bit of an adventure. Gonna be coming down Pop Dog any second. Cold goes down, so it might not be in time. Fallen finding yet another headshot before he's finally taken care of. And the Nova shotguns never used Semler. It's very sad.
No, he went hunting. You found nothing. And Fur, he's got eyes on sight, and he will get the one dig. There we go. Kiyoshima getting a little ahead of himself there, but with the 2 players here still alive for FaZe in a crossfire situation as well, should be very difficult for Fur to get anything done. And sure enough, Kerrigan will go for the peak. Takes a bit of a risk, but it pays off with that op. 13-7. FaZe well in the lead. Excellent economy on their side as well. All the tools necessary here to just clothesline SK Gaming. It's this round that they have to get over, the hurdle.
See, 21st round, SK Gaming. They managed to fix their T side at the expense of their CT side, maybe. It's not entirely clear. I mean, they're playing a different team, so it's not really fair to compare the results directly, but at the same time, they need to step it up right now. Phelps, maybe he just likes the fire damage a bit. Maybe he's into that. Keo going to be jumping down immediately. Goes down, and there's Phelps with a strong Pop Dog defense, taking down Nico. That's what they need. Rain has managed to infiltrate the lineup, but he's only going to get the 1 kill. And if he tries to go Ivy, there's 2 people waiting. Maybe him and Kerrigan can break it open. If they can, that's going to be big. But Cold Sierra boosted up on top of the boxes. That's very unusual, but they're probably going to check it anyway, because normally you want to check the top of the train. Kerrigan not seeing it. He's going to be walking right into Fallen, and Fallen goes down. Turning around, he still hasn't seen Cold Sierra. How is it possible? Kerrigan, does he still not know?
No, but yeah, exactly. He comes back, and sure enough, what are you going to do if you're Cold? You're looking at 2 angles. You're caught in a sandwich. There's nowhere to go. Alu, point blank, finds the shot on Phelps, who went aggressive, and finally it's going to be Taco bringing something back here for SK. 22 health left on him, however, in a 1v2, and with 50 seconds left, FaZe shouldn't have anything to worry about. They can be methodical, slow, and just work their way up as a duo.
Taco walking in through the smoke, and they're ready for him. Rain will take him down. 14 rounds for FaZe. Who would have seen this coming? I can't believe it. This is, I mean, this is the challenge for the analyst desk. That round, I dare you to try and analyze what just happened, because I'm not even sure the teams know. That was just chaotic. Like so many rounds. Man, as soon as Phelps gets the double kill in Pop Dog, you think that's it.
Yeah.
5 versus 3. Even when Rain gets the kill, I'm still thinking that, yeah, but it's just the one. He's backed up against Ivy. He can't really get out from that position. And then Kerrigan sneaks through.
Yeah, that was
craziness.
Unbelievable. And Fallen is obviously thinking that Cold has got his back.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hey, fella helps. You like nades?
Yeah, but they're coming up the stairwell right next to them, right in their face, and Taco gets the kill. They were preoccupied with that ladder. That's some next level mind game.
At least they don't get the AK. Small things, Anders. Small things. But at least they don't get the AK. Kerrigan stomping right through, though, however. They were close enough to hear that coming. Exactly. Taco watching the back line now. Does not want to let Kerrigan infiltrate the defense.
But do they know how far he's made it? That's the big question here. Now they're going to realize, but what an excellent shot coming out of Kerrigan. Man, FaZe, even when they're in weird positions, they end up coming out on top anyway. Now 3-on-3. Phelps trying to get up the Molotov. He can't go back down. He had 2 health. There was no choice. Oh, man. I wish he had just tried to sit on the ladder to stay alive. That would have been the funniest. Taco and Fallen left here. Taco
and Fallen, and they have... Look at these. They still have the smoke on Alu, 2 incendiaries. They have everything. And they're split up. This Fallen, though, happens to find himself in the best position. But Alu just so good. Hits the shot. Had he missed that shot, that was it. Fallen would have gotten the kill. And they could have potentially turned this into a 2-on-2 in which they were just squeezing onto the site from 2 angles. Now it's all on Taco here.
Taco's had a bit of a rough game as well. He's got 9 kills. In fact, bottom of the scoreboard in the server right now. And doesn't feel like fighting for the retake. And that does not seem like a bad decision here. Just try and save the AK.
What can you hope to do, right? At that point, you're 1v2, 1v3. Save the AK and hope that you can put it in the hands of Cold, of Phelps, of somebody who's going to get the job done in the last round. If you're alive, there we go. Making it a little bit more expensive here for FaZe. But that said, FaZe have mountains of cash. And he's not finding the op. That's the real thing.
Yeah, they've got the money. They don't care so much about losing. They obviously just wanted the AK away out of his hands. At this point, it is 7 rounds in a row for FaZe in the second half here, and none for SK. They got the 7 rounds they got in the first half, and that's it.
Unbelievable. Especially considering what we saw from them versus Astralis. Everybody hitting their shots. They're even trying to change up positions, but it's not working here for SK Gaming. This is the last gasp, the double AWP. El Clasico, Cold Zera, and Fallen. And what's going to happen? An A-rush. Let's go.
Super Kiyoshima leading the charge, taking down Phelps. Nico next in line. They're not even going to give SK a chance in this one. They're charging all the way through. Fallen walking back into the spray, and he walks right into Alu's scoped AWP. Cold Zera and Taco are left. No mercy at all for FaZe Clan. They have been proving themselves a lot lately, especially in Katowice. They played such a great tournament. And now it looked like they've sort of fallen off a bit, but they're certainly back in style right now. How do you possibly retake this? 2 versus 4, making it into a 1-on-4 here as Cole picks up the kill by Rain with a headshot. And that's it, 16-7 as FaZe knock SK out of the tournament, eliminating them and moving on themselves. What an upset and what a heartbreaker.
Yeah. For both, exactly. I mean, just that moment of elation for FaZe where it pays off. It's worked. They managed to recover in the second half and just crush through the Brazilians. But the same can be said for the Brazilians. You're right. I mean, SK, it's like synonymous with playoffs, with semis.
Yes.
You know, you just expect SK to get deep into the tournament. They have so much talent, so much firepower on the team. And yet here they are going out in the groups. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Like I said, them and VP both. I don't think many people would have called this early on, you know. Not to point fingers, but, you know, there were some of the Asian teams, CLG, Hellraiser, a lot of other teams that you would have thought could have been out much earlier than this. And yet, now, this is where we are. Very, very interesting. And it's going to be a big question mark now. Can this be the spark that ignites FaZe for the rest of this? Now they're in the playoffs. Can they actually make this team work? Because it is such a phenomenal lineup. And I mean, they have everything they need right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They have all the teams. They have the mind of Kerrigan and Nico melded. Because that's you speak with Kerrigan, right? And I mean, the fact that Nico is there to back him up, that they have 2 minds thinking over the strategies. There's still the structure, but it's not all pressure on Kerrigan. He can play on his game as well. I was a little worried there at the beginning that Nico was getting a little bit too invested, a little bit too involved, because he had such a slow start to the map. But then T-side rolls around, and all of a sudden, he's just banging heads off left and right as soon as he had an AK in his hands.
I think he ended at 15 kills, and he had 5 in the first half, right? So they played like 8 rounds, like at the end there, and that he got like 10 kills in those. So he really did a good job.
Including basically getting clotheslined by Cold in the pistol. So no impact there. It wasn't until he had the AK that it was ready to go.
The madness. But I look forward to getting the analysts in on this on the desk. So, Alex, I realize we've been watching Counter-Strike, but apart from that, there was quite a bit of madness. So let us know about the madness part of it.